Traditionally, desktop storage has been a little bit of a boring thing if you work in an office especially. I mean, you know, you can have a pencil holder, that might be a cup, and you have a little wilted plant and maybe a little ring dish that you throw paper clips into, but it's also dull. We are going to completely rewrite the rules on what is going to look great on an office desk. It's going to look good on anyone's desk, trust me. And we are going old school cool and upcycling old vinyl records and cassette tapes. And what we're going to be doing is, it's like a three-pronged DIY. It's three separate pieces that will all work together on your desk. We're going to make a cassette tape pen and pencil holder. Yeah, I know, it's great. We're also going to make a cassette tape plant holder for a succulent. It looks amazing. And then, to make you the most popular person in your workplace, we are going to get a record, turn it into a bowl so that you can fill it with lollies to be able to pass out around the office. You're welcome. I know. Okay, so what we're going to do is, the first port of call is to get our record bowl sorted out. And that is so easy to do. We just get a terracotta pot and we pop it down onto an oven tray. We bring out a classic by Angela Lansbury. I'm sure she won't mind this reincarnation. Take it out of its sleeve. And where the actual label sits on this piece of vinyl, we're going to put on the base of our terracotta pot. Now, you're going to pop this into the oven for between 5 and 10 minutes at 200 degrees. But every oven is different, so it's really important that you keep an eye on it, and you'll know when it's ready because it will be, of course, the shape of a bowl. Okay, so I've pulled this out the oven. It's had a little bit of time to cool down, and I think it's ready to take off its terracotta pot now. And it is. Seriously? How good is that? What an excellent shape. Now, this whole thing has basically had no intervention from me. This melted around the pot. It wasn't really a melt, it's more of a wilt because the vinyl doesn't melt. So you get this fabulous little pleat all the way through it. So I'm very happy with that. I'm sure Angela Lansbury will be as well. So now that our bowl's completed, we're going to move on to the second part of our project, which is the pen and pencil holder made of cassettes. Now, I've got a small base plate that I've cut, ready to use, and this is just simply assembly using your hot glue gun. So you get the tape, we're going to stick it down so it's standing up on its side. Now, you can see it's got a top end and a bottom end. When the bottom end is the next place where contact's going to be made, we put the top end, and vice versa all the way around. So it's top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, and that way we get even proportions. Perfect. How good is that? A cassette, original, one you made yourself, cassette pen and pencil holder. Okay, so that is already looking so cool, but we've got one more piece left to do, and that's our little cassette planter. So easy, all I've got is my little base here. So I've actually already put in a few drainage holes just with a drill, very, very simple. And the next step is just basically to get our glue and stick from the base each cassette down so that it forms a cube. Brilliant. Okay, so now I have completed my little cassette plant holder. Doesn't it look great? So incredibly simple, really, really effective. So now all that's left to do is to put in a little bit of weed mat that I have here. This is just a little scrap piece, but it's enough to make sure that when I put the soil in, it's not going to come pouring out of the cassette holes there. So I'm going to trim this up anyway, but right now, oh, that looks so good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it was perfect, which it is. I'm just going to give it a little haircut. Okay, so I'm just going to get some soil and gently pop it into the little well. We don't want too much, but we want it so that we've got a nice little bed base for our succulent to sit in. And Anthony has taught me well, we don't want to upset the roots or anything like that, but we do need to release them. Don't want to disturb it too much. Pop it into its new little shell, give it some more soil, and then once I've done this and trimmed up the edges, my old school trio desk set is complete. Even just looking at the completed package here, I still can't believe how cool it looks, and it was just so incredibly simple to do. Basically a wilted record that's formed the shape of a bowl. We have cassettes that we've turned into a planter and a pen and pencil and office supply holder, and it's just the coolest thing ever. This is going to transform your social status within any workplace. Seriously, and all it took was a little bit of thought and a little bit of upcycling.